Okay, good day everyone. Okay, so this is PCE 434, your Geotechnical Engineering 1, and our topic for this session is all about the settlement. Okay, so this is the continuation topic for our midterms. So let us define what is settlement is all about. Okay, for a while. All right. So according to the definition, so settlement is a downward movement of the ground, which is the soil, when a load is applied to it. So the load increase the vertical effective stress exerted onto the soil. So this stress in return increase the vertical strain in the soil. So this increase in vertical strain causes the ground to move downward. So sa madaling salita, ano ba yung settlement na tinatawag natin kapag sang soil or yung ground yung ating pinag-uusapan? Okay? So based on the definition, yung settlement daw natin is yung downward movement ng ground natin caused by, ano yan? Caused by its load applied, sabi nga dito. Or di kaya, it is also caused by yung weight ng structure natin mismo or maaari ring na maging dahilan ng ating settlement. Dapat may T ito, no? Settlement lang yan. Sige, wait. Lagyan natin ng T. Okay, yan, settlement. Okay? Or pwede rin naman na isa sa mga rason kung bakit nagkakaroon ng settlement yung soil natin is because nagkakaroon din ng change in soil conditions natin. So those are some factors no kung bakit nagkakaroon ng settlement yung soils natin. Ano pa ba? No, assign sa load, assign sa soil conditions. Pag sinabi natin soil conditions, it can be yung type of soil, okay? Yung ating ilang soils meron tayo? Meron tayong sand, meron tayong gravel, silt, and clay. Tama? Ano pa? Ano pa ibang factors? We can say because of the moisture content of the soil. Yes, pwede rin yan. Or we can also say that some factors that can be no the reason ng settlement natin is yung that at yung type ng sa foundation na ginagamit natin sa ating infrastructures. Okay, but then again, when we say settlement, that is a downward movement of the ground or our soil when a load is applied to it. Okay, so I guess nagigets naman na yung definition na yan. Alright? So meron tayong tatlong types of settlement, no? Kapag settlement yung pinag-uusapan natin. Okay? First is we have here your immediate or your elastic settlement, which is in a variable SE. No? Next is we have here your primary consolidation settlement, which is your SC, and your secondary settlement, which is your SS. So, ano ba yung pinagkaiba, okay, ng tatlong ito? Alright, so can you take note of this? Okay, so pag sinabi nating immediate or elastic settlement, no, this type of settlement happen quickly, no, after the load is applied sa ating soil. So pag sinabi natin quickly, it's either during the construction or after the construction, nangyayari yung settlement na tinatawag natin. And it is because caused by your elastic deformation or di kaya dry or saturated yung ating soil. So pag sinabi natin dry or saturated yung soil natin, typically the type of soil is sand and a clay. So from the word itself, immediate, okay, nagkakaroon agad ng settlement yung soil natin after the loads are being applied into the ground. All right. Next is you have here your primary consolidated settlement. So, pag sinabi natin primary consolidated settlement, nangyayari ito sa mga saturated cohesive soil natin. So, ano ba yung mga cohesive soils na meron tayo? For example, you have here your clay. Okay? And primary consolidated or consolidation settlement can takes the settlement can take weeks to years bago natin makita yung settlement ng soil natin mismo. So, bakit ba nagkakaroon tayo ng primary consolidation settlement? Okay? It is because primary consolidation settlement happens due to the expulsion of water from soil forced under the long-term period of time. Okay? Now, let us talk for your secondary settlement, which is your SS, no? Kailan ba nangyayari yung secondary settlement natin? Nangyayari yan after your primary consolidation settlement is complete. No, makes sense. From after 1 is 2. Parang gano'n lang ba? Parang nagbibilang kayo. So, saka lang na nangyayari yung secondary settlement natin kapag na-complete na yung whole duration or yung whole period mismo ng primary consolidation natin. Okay? So, saan ba significant yung ating secondary settlement? So, significant ito sa mga types of soil ng mga organic soil o yung mga very soft clay natin. Okay? Now, let us talk about the parameters or yung mga gagamitin nating formula kapag primary consolidation settlement yung ating pag-uusapan. Ayan, madami. No? Daming formula. So, first dito tayo, kapag ang tinanong is get the total value of your settlement or your ST natin, ang gagawin lang natin dito is to add all the values ng settlement na meron tayo. You have your SC, your SS, and your SE. Your primary, your secondary, and your immediate settlement. So let us start with your primary consolidation settlement. As you can see, we have two cases here. The first one is meron tayong normally consolidated clays. And it is when your PO is equals to PC. And number two, no, under your number two, your overly consolidated clays, that is when your PO is less than your PC. And under your overly consolidated clay, as you can see, meron tayong two cases under dyan. You have your A and you have your B. Alright, before we proceed, before we proceed dito sa formulas na to, let us talk about the difference between the difference between the normally consolidated clay and the overly consolidated clay. So, ano ba yan? Okay? First, let us try to define your normally consolidated clays. Okay? Can you take note of this? So, pag sinabi nating normally consolidated clays daw, okay, yung type of soil na sinosolve natin or ina-analyze natin has never been pressed harder than it is now. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa ito na-compress, no? Hindi pa ito masyadong na-compress dati sa ngayon. Alright? So kapag sa ibig sabihin ano ba yan, nawawala ko, no? Never pa siyang naka-feel, no? Or never pa siyang na-compress more than ngayon. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, for example, kapag nilagyan natin ng mabigat or heavy structure yung soil natin or any mabigat na object sa ang ating soil, it will squeeze down a lot. No? Mas magsisettle siya kasi never been compressed or never been pressed pa nga siya before. Okay? So parang isipin niyo na lang yung mga sponge natin kapag naghuhugas tayo ng plato. So kapag skinwis ninyo yan ng sobra-sobra, di ba para siyang magde-deflect or para siyang magka-crumple? No, it is because never pa siyang naka-feel, no? Never pa siyang na-press before, not until kinumpress natin siya. So parang ganun yung idea ng normally consolidated clay. Okay? Ngayon, pag sinabi naman natin overly consolidated clays, ibig sabihin, yung type of soil natin dito na pinag-uusapan is na-press na siya harder, okay? Na-press na siya harder in the past, okay? In the past. Again, pag sinabi natin normally consolidated clay, yung soil natin has never been pressed harder than it is now. Okay? Never pa siya. Now, kapag sinabi natin overly consolidated clay, yung type of soil na pinag-uusapan natin dito was pressed harder in the past. Ibig sabihin, na-compress na siya dati pa. No? Or nagkaroon daw siya ng settlement dati pa. Alright? No, may mabigat na na-load or meron ng heavy object, heavy structure na nakalagay sa kanya dati. Okay? Sabihin natin, ma'am, paano natin masabi na overly consolidated na yung soil natin na wala man itong structure dito? Pwede pa rin mangyayari yon. It's because baka nga, nung sinauna, okay, na-compress na siya ng sobra-sobra pero nawala lang yung structure. It could be. Okay? Pag sinabi natin normally consolidated clay, kahit nung sinauna pa, never pa siyang na-compressed or never pa siyang na-pressed harder before. Okay, sana nagigets yan. No, yung aking definition between the normally consolidated and the overly consolidated clay. Alright? Ngayon, pag-usapan natin yung formulas. So, some of these variables is kilala na natin. Now, let's start with the normally consolidated clay. The formula of this is SC is equals to CCH over 1 plus E log of PO plus delta P over your PO. Let's start with SC. This is your primary consolidated clay. Ano yung CC natin? Napag-usapan yan during the prelims, and this is your compression index. H natin dito is the height. Your E here is the void ratio. Ngayon, H tayo. 'Di ba sa soil composition natin or sa soil layer natin, all right? For a while. Okay? 'Di ba kung mag-a-analyze tayo sa soil layer natin, sabihin natin ganito, meron tayong sand, sabihin natin 3 meters, tapos meron tayo ngayong clay, sabihin natin 4 meters. So kapag settlement, yung pinag-uusapan natin, aling H dyan ma yung ating i-consider sa pag-solve ng settlement? Isa-solve ba natin yung sum ng height ng clay at ng sand, which is equivalent to 7? The answer is no. Okay, ano ba yung sinabi natin sa principle or sa definition ng primary settlement natin? Kailan ba nangyayari yung primary settlement? Okay, nangyayari yung primary settlement natin sa mga saturated cohesive soil. At ano yung mga saturated cohesive soils natin? Those are the clay. So, ibig sabihin pala, dito sa formulas natin sa settlement, ang height or ang properties na gagamitin natin sa pag-solve ng settlement is lahat is properties ng clay. For example, H, height ng clay yan. Void ratio rin yan ng clay. Sana na-gets yan. Alright? Ngayon, pag-usapan naman natin itong si PC at si PO. Magkabaliktad ba, no? Sino si PO at sino si PC? Si PO, at some point, kilala na ninyo yan, no? During our previous topic. Somehow, pareho ito sa tinatawag nating PE. At sino naman si PE? Diba, that is the effective stress or your vertical stress or your effective pressure. Parehas lang yan. Okay? Somehow. Okay? So, sino ba si PO? Si PO is yung tinatawag nating overburden pressure. Okay? At ano naman yung overburden pressure na tinatawag natin? No? Yung overburden pressure natin is the current pressure na nafe-feel ng soil ninyo. Okay? Or yan mismo yung present load ng soil natin. So, since ang clay layer naman ang sinosolve natin or ang properties ng clay layer ang ginagamit natin to solve for your settlement, please take note na kapag sinosolve natin ang overburden pressure, parehas lang yan. Okay, na formula natin is gamma H, which is the same thought sa ating effective stress. But then again, the restriction of that is from your soil surface papunta sa mid-height only. Okay? Mid-height of your clay layer. Okay? Galing sa ating soil surface papunta sa mid-layer only ng ating clay. Alright, huwag kalimutan. Yan ang ating overburden pressure. Next, sino naman ngayon? Si PC. Okay? Yung PC, sorry, si PC is tinatawag natin yang pre-consolidated pressure ninyo. At sino naman si pre-consolidated pressure? Okay? Yan yung maximum pressure na yung soil natin na na-experience niya before. Okay? Pwedeng maging mas mababa na yung value ng pressure niya sa ngayon, pero nung nakaraan, yan yung malaking value ng pressure na naranasan ng soil natin. Okay? From the word pre, no? Pre-una, sinauna. Okay? Pre-consolidation ng soil natin. Sana na-gets yan. Okay? And lastly, you have here your delta P. Sino naman yung delta P natin? Parang change in pressure siya, no? But yung delta P natin, this is your increased in pressure na nafe-feel ng soil natin. Ano ba yung pwedeng maging increased pressure ng soil natin? Maybe, pwedeng tambakan natin yung taas ng soil natin. Okay? So, yung pressure na binibigay ng object or ng body natin above our soil layer, no? Yan yung kinoconsider natin as your delta P. Alright? Sige, sana na-gets yan. So, dito tayo sa overly consolidated clay. So, meron tayo ditong when PO is less than PC. So, you will use this formula. So, CSH over 1 plus E log of PO plus delta P over PO. Sa kanila memorize this. Somehow, parehas lang sila, no? Ng normally consolidated clay, ito lang yung nagbago. Okay? Dati CC, naging CS na siya. At ano ba yung CS? That is your soil index. Parang nagmaga ba? Ano yung pagkamaga ng soil natin? Okay, ganun yun. Okay? So how about naman when your PO plus delta P is greater than your PC? So, case B na tayo sa ating soil settlement. Saan ba nawawala yung T dito sa taas, no? Okay. So, dito parang combined formulas na siya, no? Ng normally at ng overly ng case A natin. So, this is CSH over 1 plus E log of PC over PO plus CCH over 1 plus E log of PO plus delta P over PC. Yes, kinakailangan nyo tong i-memorize. Actually, again, sana sinasabi ko sa inyo, madali lang yung topic. Okay? Ano yung magiging kalaban nyo dito? Is yung memorization ng formula. Kasi aanuhin natin yung problem kung hindi nyo naman memorize yung formula. Sayang din. Okay? So you have here a formula for your compression index if it is not given but the liquid limit is given. So that is 0.009 LL minus 10. So if in case your CS naman is not given and CC yung binagay, no, you can solve for your swell index as CC over 5. Alright? Or you can use this formula kapag binigay naman yung dalawang void ratio at yung pressures natin. Right? Primary pa lang ito. Okay? So, let us move to your secondary settlement. Ayun pala yung TO ayan yung TO na tumago. Sige lang. Okay? So, dito sa ating secondary settlement, again, kailan ba nangyayari yung secondary settlement natin? It occurs after your primary consolidation settlement complete. Okay? So, that is why dito sa formula natin, nakikita ninyo, we will talk about time. Meron tayong T1 dito, and your T1 is time of completion for your primary settlement. And ang T2 natin is time after completion of your primary settlement. So you have here your C. Kita nyo yung parang infinity. Sino ba yan? That is your secondary settlement. Okay? So medyo mahaba lang din yung formula ng ating secondary settlement, no? Kasi bago natin ma-solve yung settlement, may dadaanan muna tayong dalawang formulas, which is your E sub P. Sino naman si E sub P ninyo? That is your void ratio at the end of the primary consolidation, and you have a formula of E minus delta E. So, paano naman natin isolve si delta E? Meron naman siyang another formula. Dami nyo ng formula i-memorize. Kaya nyo yan. Okay? So, that is CC log of PO plus delta P over your PO. So, I believe kilala nyo na si PO, kilala nyo na rin si delta P. Alright? And next, isang pinakamadali sa lahat, your immediate or elastic settlement formula. And that is your CSQ beta, okay, multiplied by 1 minus mu squared over your ES. CS is your swell index. Your Q is your P over B squared, which is your net vertical pressure applied. Alright? And you have here your beta. Your beta is the width of the foundation or diameter of your circular foundation. And sino naman si mu natin? That is your Poisson's or your Poisson's ratio of the soil. And your ES is the modulus of your elasticity of soil. And lastly, another formula for your immediate settlement. So ito na lang hindi natin kilala. Si IP or your influence factor. No? Madali lang 'to lahat. All of this is just formula based. Let's try this example number 1. So you have here a 2-meter clay layer, values of E is equals to 0.92. Your specific gravity is 2.72 and the liquid limit of 40%. Above the clay is a 3-meter thick layer of a sand with E so 0.50 and a specific gravity of 2.62. The water table is located 1.6 meters below the ground. If a 3-meter if a 3 meters thick backfill is placed on the ground surface having a unit weight of 17.3 kilonewton per cubic meter, determine the following. First is the compression index of the clay. Next is the effective pressure at the midpoint of the clay. And lastly will be the primary settlement of normally consolidated clay. Okay. So ngayon, maswerte lang tayo kasi meron tayong figure na binigay sa problem. But then again, sabi ko sa inyo, normally, sa mga problems natin sa mga board exam or sa mga quiz, sa mga assessment natin, figure is not given. No, you need to comprehend. Kailangan yung i-analyze or intindihin yung gustong gawin ni problem. Okay? So again, letter A, ang hinahanap natin is your CC. Okay? Or your compression index. Next is the effective pressure at the midpoint of the clay. Di ba kilala natin yan as PE? But then again, naging strict si problem. Sabi niya at the midpoint of the clay. Ano ba yung kinukuha natin at the midpoint of the clay? That is your PO or your overburden pressure. And lastly, let us have your primary settlement, which is your SC. Okay? Alright, nandun na pala agad yung mga solution. O, sige na lang, no? So, let us have here, no? As you can see, sabi natin kapag isosolve natin ang values natin, dapat meron tayong unit weight. But then again, as tingnan natin yung problems, wala tayong unit weight, but we have, we have properties ng sand and properties ng clay natin. So, take note that nandito yung ating water table. So, ibig sabihin, lahat ng soil above your water table is a dry soil. Tama ba? And lahat ng soils natin below your water table is saturated na ito. Okay? So, let us solve for letter A muna, which is for your CC. And ano yung formula natin dyan? You have 0.009 LL minus 10. Mamaya, i-check natin. So, kahit na nakita nyo na kanina, no? So, CC is equal to 0.009 times 40. Wag na yung ilagay yung percentage, no? Kasi in percent naman na ito, minus 10. O, ilan yung CC natin? Sige. May sagot na ba? Parang naririnig ko na kayo na may sagot kayo. Is that equivalent to 0.270? And I think that is correct. Okay, so letter B is to solve for the effective pressure at the midpoint of the clay. Oh, next na siya agad. Okay, wala nang suspense. No, hindi in-adapt yung animation ng aking PowerPoint. Pero sige na lang. Okay? So, ang hinahanap natin dito is your PO. And again, from the midpoint only of the clay layer natin. So, in order for us to solve this problem, kinakailangan muna nating isolve ang unit weight ng soils natin. So, for this height, okay, 1.6, sabi natin kanina, ka-dry yan. And what is the formula for your dry or gamma dry? That is specific gravity times unit weight of water 1 plus E. Okay? Sorry for that. Okay. So, dry unit weight natin, that is 17.135. Is that correct? Okay. Next is you have your saturated sand natin. 20.405 and you have your saturated for your clay layer as 18.598. Okay, so before you continue watching this video to solve the effective pressure of the midpoint of the clay, pakikuha muna yung value ng PO on your own. Paki-pause muna ng video. Okay, wag niyo munang i-next. Paki-pause muna. Try to practice if you will get the same answer ng atin makukuha sa ngayon. Okay, paki-pause niyo muna and then if you have an answer and then play niyo ulit yung video. No? Practice to get the value of your PO. Okay, so I believe pinos mo yan, no? No, tama ba na the same ba yung nakuha natin na 51.037 or iba yung nakukuha mo na value? So I guess lang naman maybe some of you is hindi agad 51.037 yung nakuha. Bakit kaya? It's because I think sinalin ninyo yung value ng backfill. Okay, take note, ano ba yung backfill natin? Ano ba yung backfill? 'Di ba? It is just dagdag sa soil natin, no? Ano nga yung layman's term ng backfill natin? Parang tambak, no? Tambak lang yan sa soil layer natin. So, kung tambak lang pala ito sa soil layer natin, isasali ba natin siya sa pag-compute ng ating effective pressure? The answer is no. Kung tambak lang pala itong backfill, ibig sabihin dagdag lang ito sa soil natin. So, sino ito? This is your delta P. Additional pressure or additional increase in pressure sa ating soil layer. So maybe if hindi nyo man sige, sorry for that, no? So again, if hindi nyo man nakuha itong 51.037 na answer, maybe sinalin natin yung backfill sa pag-solve. Okay? So again, backfill is the increase in pressure ng soil natin. Alright, and last question is to solve for the primary settlement of your normally consolidated clay. And again, all the properties na gagamitin natin is will be the clay layer ng soil natin. For example, the height of the clay is 2 meters. So, isa-solve natin to in terms of millimeter. No? Kasi para medyo malaki yung value na makikita natin. So, instead of 2 meters, gagamitin natin is 2,000. Over E, your E value for your clay layer, sabi natin kanina, is 0.92. Alright? Log of PO, yung PO natin is 51.037. At sino naman si 51.9? That is your delta P or increase in pressure. O, anong formula natin dyan? Gamma H. So, as you can see, 17.3 times 3 is equals to 51. Okay, so kindly check if the value is 85.693. Okay, so that is our primary consolidation settlement.